Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you're all having a great day. Hopefully, you're all having a great start to the week. Hopefully, you all had a good day at work. Or if you didn't work, hopefully, you all just had a great day. What is going on, everyone? Shout out to the folks in the chat. How are you all doing on this Monday? Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. I know it wasn't a fun weekend for the New York Yankees. They just got swept by the Miami Marlins. And what was unexpected, of course, the Marlins definitely, took them to school. The Yankees were non-existent for the most part. I mean, the bats for on Saturday and Sunday were non-existent, and Friday was one of the most bizarre games I have ever that I have seen this season. I don't know what that game was about, but anyway, yeah, the Yankees got swept. And they have fallen down just a little bit further in the standings right now. They're third place in the AL East, and they're in second place in the wild card standings as of right now. And now they have a 3-game set against the Texas Rangers, who are chomping at the bit right now to hopefully get a wild card spot. They're 2 games out of a wild card spot. And as far as the AL West goes, they're in third place in the AL West. They're not too far behind the Mariners, right? They're not too far behind the Mariners, but they could very well catch the Mariners. They could catch the Yankees. I mean, if they have success against the Yankees in this series, they're going to be right on the Yankees' tail, or they might take their place in the wild card standings. So these are some crucial games. This series is going to be crucial. This was one of the series that I thought was going to be tough, a challenge for the Yankees. Texas Rangers, they're playing some good baseball right now. You look at their last 10 games, they're 5-5, but again, I'm not gonna stress too much about their last 10 or their current record right now. They could be one of those teams that gets hot, and if it happens to be against the Yankees, I don't think a lot of people would be surprised. But Yankees have a lot going against them right now. There are a ton of problems with this team. It keeps going back and forth. Sometimes it's the pitching, sometimes it's the bats. But the starting pitching for the Yankees, the thing is, they are doing everything that they can to help keep the team in the game, right? What opposing teams are doing, and I'm sure you're all seeing this, I'm seeing this, they're working the count. They're not necessarily rushing at the plate. They're working the pitches, they're working the at-bats. They're making these guys, throw more balls than they need to, right? The Yankees pitchers can't seem to get out of that to get that third strike. They can't get that third strike. They can't get that third out. Teams are figuring out ways to stay alive, right? They're given, whenever there's 2 outs and they're fighting to keep the inning alive. They're keeping the inning alive with either a walk or a hit, and they're creating those opportunities. So the Yankees, not so much. It's just been their plate appearances has really been rushed. Like every time they get up to bat, it's just, it's a lot of I'm seeing a lot of 1 pitch, 1 out. And it's too much. It's too much. And it's absolutely frustrating to watch, man. And that's something I've been noticing lately is the at-bats by the Yankees. It's so rushed. It's like it's a quick 1, 2, 3. There's no patience at the plate. There's no taking the first pitch. There's no working the count. There's no working the starting pitchers. They're not making them throw more pitches than they need to. That's why with the starting pitching, that's why these guys get gassed out, and they're only pitching sometimes 4 2/3 or 5 innings or whatnot. It's and opposing pitchers, they're able to go 6 or 7 innings because again, Yankees bats, they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do, right? Like these guys they're showing no patience at the plate, and it's absolutely frustrating and it's absolutely mind-boggling. And real quick, man, I got to shout out my boy Rodney for the 2 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, man. You are man, dude. Thank you so much. Who are the recipients? Let me see. I think I saw one of them. Oh, Andrew Dang and John the Beagle Dad. So thank you so much there, Rodney, and shout out to Rodney, bro, for being the most generous of the generous. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, and congrats to those that got the gifted membership. If anybody wants a gifted membership, or if anybody wants to be a member, I do have the link in the description. I got the most basic one. It's basically like $3 a month. It ain't much, no pressure, right? But the gifted memberships, they're good for 30 days and then they expire. But if you want to continue being a member, again, I got the link in the description. But no pressure. But Rodney, once again, thank you so much. So yeah, as I was saying, the Yankees bats, I'm as of late, they just have not been showing a lot of patience, and it's a lot of quick 1, 2, 3 outs. They're doing favors for the starting pitchers of the opposing team, and this team's record should be a lot better than where they are. It's concerning right now what this team is doing. So how this team is playing, and there's no beating around the bush, man. They're just, they're playing a bad brand of baseball. That's all there is to it. And, this series against the Texas Rangers, it's a sink or swim. It's a sink or swim. This series I feel like will determine the rest of the season. It could determine the rest of the season on how this team does. Because again, the Rangers are not too far out of a wild card spot. They could very well, be one of the wild card, be a team that makes it to the postseason. Stay tuned, but we'll see what happens. But folks, I know I've been yapping, ranting, but let me say what's up to the chat real quick. We got John the Beagle Dad, first person in the building. What is up? Katie is in the building. What is up? Jonathan, what is up? Jake, what is going on? Rodney, what's up? Desiree, what's up? Joseph, what is up? Who else we got? We got Railbird in the building. We got who else we got in the building? Who else? Jacob Frederick is in the building. We got Railbird is in the building. Javi, what is up? What's up, Javi? Who else we got in the building? Bryce, what is going on? Who else we got in the building? Egyptian, what is going on, man? What's going on? Elsa's dad is in the building. What's up? Boston is winning the division. Yankees are a wild card team. So you think they'll take over first place from Toronto there? It's possible, man. And we got Celia in the building. What's up, Celia? But yeah, the Yankees, they're in Texas right now. They're in Arlington, Texas, and they're gonna be going up against the Texas Rangers, right, in Arlington. So in Globe Life Field, I think the last time the Yankees played against the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Yankees did end up sweeping them. So that was from a couple of months ago, but it's going to be. Let's see how this series plays out. I know the Yankees haven't been playing good baseball. I mean, just to kind of put things into perspective, in their last 45 games, folks, the Yankees are 18-27. All right, 18-27 in their last 45 games. So, clearly they have not been playing good baseball. I mean, yes, I know they had the injuries and all that, but again, I think their record should be better than what it is. A lot of times they've been beating themselves, And then as far as road games go, since June 13th, the Yankees are 5-17. It's not great. So there definitely needs to be improvement all the way around. So it is, Yankees have not been playing exceptional baseball, and that we're all watching the games, and it's just a bad product, man. It's just a bad product. But the Yankees, I mean, really, there's not a lot of time left, really, man. So, Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? What's up, man? Shout out to Cold Italian. Yeah, there's not a lot of time for the Yankees to try and figure this out. The time is now, man. Ben Rice even said that we need to have a little bit of urgency. He called it out. He's basically calling himself and the rest of the team out. Like we need to have a better sense of urgency. And he's not wrong. There's no urgency. I mean, Boone came out yesterday saying that it's a gut punch. And he knows that they have nothing. The Yankees have nothing to show for right now. The Yankees are just absolutely playing terrible baseball. He's acknowledging it, but what's going to be done? What you have to show it on the field. Like this is things need to change, right? Things need to change now. There's 50 games left in the season, and with 50 games, really. When you think about it, it's not really a lot of games. Next thing you know, it's going to be middle of September, so it's going to be the final 10 games of the season. Where are the Yankees going to be? Are they going to be completely out of playoff contention, or are they still in it? Are they still going to be fighting? Are they still going to be struggling? But we'll see what happens. But yeah, 50 games is really, when you think about it, it's not a lot. So, the Yankees don't have like that freedom of trying to, figure it out and see what needs to be done. The time is now, man. The time is now. There's no more, okay, well, they lost this series, let's move on to the next series. No, you gotta do it now, man. You got swept by the Marlins. That should light a fire under you. That should light a fire under this team. Like that, it should tell them like, yo, this isn't who we are. We shouldn't have gotten swept by the Marlins. But the Marlins have been one of the hottest teams in baseball. There's also that. So, when a team is hot, man, they ride it. They ride that wave. So don't be surprised. Like I was saying, don't be surprised if the Marlins make it to the postseason as a wild card team, man. Shout out to my man, Max Coverage. My man's chilling on the poolside and he's listening. Bro, I appreciate it, man. You should forget about YouTube and the YouTube world. But I appreciate you, dude. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. A much needed break. So good for you, bro. Good for you. Relax as much as you can, and hopefully you can just forget about the Yankees for a little while, man. Just enjoy the sun, enjoy hanging out with your girl, and enjoy the fine things in life, right? Enjoy the fine things in life, and but like I said, it's crunch time, right? A couple of you said it. It's crunch time. This is it, man. There's no more. You can't be fooling around no more. You can't be playing around no more. If for some reason, God forbid, if the Yankees don't make the postseason, there's got to be some changes. What changes? I don't know, right? I have no idea, but there needs to be a lot of questions that need to be asked. So no more excuses, man. This is it. This is it. And shout out to Size of a Beetle Bug. What's up? He says, when you can't hit, field or run the bases correctly, you will not win. Well, yeah, it's the fundamentals of the game. It's the fundamentals of the game. One of the most important things is fundamentals. You gotta get the fundamentals down. So, definitely enjoying, man. Cool, bro. Yeah, I just saw your picture, Max. Dude, that looks awesome. That's where I need to be right now. That's where I need to be. I need one of those types of vacations. I'm overdue. What's up there, Sunil? What is going on? I'm always gonna leave you hanging, Sunil. Just kidding. Well, listen, I know a lot of folks. There's people on social media talking about if they get swept or by the Texas Rangers to fire Aaron Boone. I mean, I'll be brutally honest. I don't see Boone going anywhere. I don't really see the Yankees firing him in the middle of the season, although I have been wrong before. Okay, I have been wrong before. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this team to DFA DJ LeMahieu, but they did. I didn't expect them to release Marcus Stroman, but they did. I remember a couple of years ago they They fired Dylan Lawson, the old hitting coach, but they did. You never know. You never know. If here's the way I see it: if a manager of a baseball team gets fired, oh well, man. Oh well, time to move on. But who's going to take his place? That's the question. And people want to give me old Yankees players, but I'm not exactly buying it. So I don't know who that next person should be. And a lot of folks want to tell me, well, they're just going to hire another yes man. Well, if it's going to be another yes man, then it sounds like things aren't going to change. If you're just going to hire another yes man. So what's the point of letting go of Boone? Just asking. I don't know. Size of Beetlebug says Ozzie Guillen. I wouldn't mind. I mean, that'd be a good idea. So Ozzie Guillen would be cool. Just, managers that are available, right? That's what I want to know. But anyway, well, to focus on tonight's game though, between the Yankees and Rangers, Yankees, they got to win. They got to win the series. They got to win the series. It can't be 1 out of 3. They got to win the series. They got to go out there, make it happen. No excuses, right? So, tonight is going to be Max Fried versus Patrick Corbin. So it's a lefty versus lefty matchup. So last time Patrick Corbin faced the Yankees, it was I believe he went only 5 innings in that game. I'm going to pull up the stats real quick. So he does have a 2-1 record against the Yankees in his career, 2.72 ERA, 33 strikeouts and 6 appearances. It looks like the last time he did pitch against the Yankees, he went, looks like 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Yeah, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs. So it wasn't really the greatest outing for him. But the Yankees lineup, it's a pretty righty-heavy lineup. And I know some folks are not excited about some of the names that they're seeing, but keep in mind, some of the names that are in that lineup, they hit lefties really well. Hence the reason why the Yankees traded for these guys. Are they going to be able to do it tonight against Patrick Corbin? We'll find out. Right? We'll find out. They're going to have to prove themselves. So, and Dan Scorsome, what's up? Ozzie Guillen, no, the Yankees need to start benching players. Well, that certainly needs to happen, man. Yeah, and if players are doing their job, Boone's not in the firing discussion. He isn't going nowhere. Well, not yet, at least. Oh, wrong screen. Hold on. Let me take this off here. Did not mean to do that. I meant to pull up the baseball savant for Patrick Corbin. There we go. That's what I wanted. So this is the baseball savant here for Patrick Corbin. He's one of those guys that doesn't really throw a lot of fastballs from what it looks like. So he throws a lot of sliders, a lot of sinkers, a lot of cutters, right? So the Yankees should be seeing a lot of sliders from this guy. I know when it comes to the slider, the Yankees have had problems hitting that pitch against pitchers that throw sliders, and this is where one of the Yankee weaknesses of the Yankees bats. So I think with Corbin, though, yeah, he throws the slider about 35% of the time, the sinker about 32%, the cutter he throws about 22%. So Harley throws a changeup, 4-seam fastball, almost non-existent, curveball, pretty much non-existent. So a lot of sliders, a lot of sinkers. So slider, sinker, cutter. Looks like those are going to be his. Those are going to be his 3 main pitches that he's going to be throwing against any team. And these are just some of his percentile rankings, his 2025 Major League Baseball percentile rankings. Numbers, not bad. Not bad. He's a good pitcher. Again, the last time the Yankees played against them, they did all right. What up, Dev? How's it going? So this is Patrick Corbin here for you, folks, and this is his baseball savant. And as far as the Yankees bats go, so let's take a look at the lineup. I'll pull up the lineup here in just a moment. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just trying to check something here. All right. So Bellinger, is he in the lineup? He's in the lineup. So in his career against Corbin, he's batting .409 with a .935 OPS in 22 at-bats. Caballero, who's in the lineup, four at-bats with a .500 average and 1850 OPS. Jazz Chisholm Jr., who is in the lineup, is batting .286 with 7 at-bats, and he's got a 1375 OPS against him. Paul Goldschmidt, in his career, 12 at-bats, .333 with an 884 OPS. Ryan McMahon actually is not in the lineup, so Caballero is actually going to be playing third base. Ben Rice is also not in the lineup. Ahmed Rosario. Now, I know Ahmed Rosario hits lefties well, generally speaking, but his numbers against Corbin are not great. 35 at-bats with a .086 batting average. That is not great. So, I know Rosario hits lefties really well, lefty pitching really well, but he has not hit well against Patrick Corbin. So he might struggle. Austin Slater, who's one of the other players that the Yankees acquired in a trade. Again, they acquired him because he hits lefty pitching really well. 21 at-bats with a .381 batting average. Giancarlo Stanton, who's had 27 at-bats with a .333 batting average. So he's had some good numbers. Volpe's only had 6 at-bats against him, and those numbers are not great. Austin Wells, he's only had 1 at-bat against him. Didn't amount to anything. It was a 0 batting average. But Wells is another guy. Wells is another guy that he absolutely needs to step up, man. I know there's been a lot of talk about Anthony Volpe, but Volpe, as of late, he's been doing a little bit better at the plate. I mean, nothing to really cheer too much about. But Wells, though, man, Wells has been bad. Well, Austin Wells has been bad. I forget. I got to pull it up again, but in his last, I'll check it again here because I had it saved and I wanted to share it with all of you, man. In his 5 for his last 45 as of yesterday. After yesterday, 5 for his last 45. That's a 111 batting average. That cannot happen, man. That is just unacceptable. So it's just not what we want. Not what we want. And we got Paranormal in the fun house. What's up, man? What's going on, dude? How are you? So with the lineup that the Yankees have, it's understandable why they put those guys in because they hit lefty pitching really well. And that's the expectation. And those guys that are in the lineup, they've had great success against Patrick Corbin. So their chances to win this game, they have a good chance. Are they going to win this game? That's the other question, right? We don't know what brand of baseball we're going to get from the Yankees. Are we going to get the good or the bad or the ugly? I mean, are we going to get it all? Or we've seen it all already. But I'll pull up the lineup here. What up, Victor? How's it going, man? How's it going? So I'll pull up the lineup for both teams and see what you all think. And let's see where we are. All right, cool. Here we go. All right, so that's your lineup right there, folks. All right, that is your lineup for the New York Yankees, for the Texas Rangers. So the Yankees have Goldschmidt leading off, Rosario. He's playing right field tonight. Goldschmidt at first base. Bellinger in center field batting third. Giancarlo is batting cleanup. He's DHing. Batting fifth is Austin Slater. He'll be playing left field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting sixth. He'll be playing second base. Anthony Volpe is batting seventh. He'll be playing shortstop. Austin Wells is at the dish. He'll be batting eighth. All right. And Caballero will be playing third base. And he'll be batting ninth. And on the mound, it is Max Fried. He's got a 12-4 record, 2.62 ERA. So, Fried, despite the struggles as of late, he's having a good season. Texas Rangers lineup: Haggerty, Seager, Simeon, Garcia, Langford, Young, Smith, Heim, Duran. That's your starting lineup right there. And Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin is your starting pitcher. He's got a 6-7 record with a 3.78 ERA. What up, Custodio? Shout out to my man Custodio. He's in the building. What's up, dude? But again, the reason why I know a lot of folks are calling this a bad lineup, but the reason why these guys are in the lineup is because some of these guys are in the lineup, right? Rosario hasn't had good success against Corbin, but Slater has, Caballero has, Giancarlo has. So a lot of righty bats here, and same thing with Goldschmidt. A lot of righty bats that hit left-handed pitching well. So again, on paper, these guys should be able to hit against Patrick Corbin. The question is, are they going to be able to hit against Patrick Corbin? They have to go out there and show it. JP, what's up? JP says, "What the hell is this lineup all about?" Once again, I know a lot of folks are not a fan of the lineup, but you gotta understand some of these guys that are in the lineup. It's because they hit lefty pitching really well, right? Rosario hits lefty pitching really well, but he just has not had good success against Corbin. But he's hit other lefties pretty well, so that's why the lineup looks as different as it does. But there is no McMahon, no Trent Grisham, no Dominguez, no Ben Rice. None of these guys are in the lineup. So take it how you will. It sounds like I know some of you are not a fan of the lineup. I understand. Once again, Goldie's leading off because Goldie hits lefties well. That's why. And Javi says he hopes Rosario, Slater, and Caballero hit their first Yankee home run set. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's why Goldie's leading off. I mean, it's been talked about during the offseason that Goldschmidt would probably lead off against lefties. JP says all the guys that are hitting are on the bench. Well, once again, they acquired these guys, these right-handed bats, to go up against lefty pitching. It's overall the Yankees have done a poor job of hitting lefty pitching. There's been a couple of guys that do well, few guys that do well, but as a team though, overall, not so great. Michael says Jazz needs to have his butt sat. For me, I probably would have benched him on that game, but that's just me personally, But that's your lineup, folks. That's your lineup. You hope for the best, right? You hope for the best. You hope that these guys could come through against the Rangers. There is no more messing around. There's no more playing around. They got to go out there. They got to play the game and look like and have that energy around them, man. It's just like this team has looked a little lifeless out there, man. It seems like their energy's been like really zapped. So, yeah, Slater in front of Jazz, Volpe seventh. Well, again, righty bat hits lefties well. Is there any really point to activating Judge off the IL? This team is sinking fast. Well, so don't activate Judge. Just give up on the season. Is that what you're saying, Sunil? Just give up on the season? Boy, if the Yankees did that, you and a lot of Yankees fans would be complaining about how the Yankees just gave up. They're still a wild card team. I know a lot of folks don't want to hear that, but they still have hold a place in the wild card. I mean, they're still going to try and compete to get first place. Are they going to get first place? I mean, if they continue playing like this, no. They could very well fall in the wild card spot too. It's possible, but to say not to activate Judge, I mean, why? That you're just throwing the season away. You're just saying, okay, well, let's just worry about next year. We can't keep as a fan base, we can't have that mentality. I'm sorry, but I'm just not with that. Sunil says we're already complaining as it is, not because of Judge, but because of okay. Well, so again, if you don't activate Judge, you're giving up on the season. I mean, it's just I don't understand that mentality. I really don't. But then if Boone doesn't activate Judge, then fans are gonna continue going after Boone, which they already have been, and I understand. But imagine him not activating Judge, then what? It just seems kind of a backwards way of thinking. So, yeah, and shout out to Desiree. Make sure Desiree says 44 in here. Get those likes up. Listen to Desiree, man. Listen to Desiree. Hey, my man, referees in the building. I'm watching you from the Royal Caribbean. Nice, dudes. You're on a cruise. Enjoy the cruise, dude. Enjoy the cruise. I'm glad you're on a cruise there, bud. He should be activated tomorrow there, Dan. He's not going to play the field for a couple of more weeks, but he's coming back tomorrow. He's going to be activated tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, Jeter and A-Rod didn't hold back, man. They didn't hold back. And, oh, snap, referee with the $1.99 super chat. And thank you for the $1.99 super chat. You are the man, bro. Enjoy the cruise, dude. Enjoy the cruise. Been saying since Stan came back, he needs every bat he can get, no matter what, no matter righty lefty so far. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's certain folks out there that want to blame Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees' struggles. I'm like, what are you talking about? The whole team's been struggling. It's Giancarlo's been actually a bright spot. Yeah, I said it. He's been a bright spot. He's actually been playing well. Yeah, he's had some bad games, sure, but he's also trying to do what he can to get this team to win. All right, so if Judge can play without further injury, it's exactly, Jake Boss. Thank you. This is what I'm saying. Like, why are you not going to activate a guy that is going to be able to play like that? That's just asinine. So yeah, I don't agree with that take. Yeah, I'm not. Nobody should be surprised that Boone is still the manager, though, and it's not like they're going to find a manager right now to take his place. It's just going to be Ausmus that'll probably take over. So, yeah, getting swept by the Fishes, that was bad, dude. Yeah, Mark Leiter Jr. is coming back. No, it's a good thing. It's just the problem with what happened with Mark Leiter Jr. is the Yankees the Yankees over they used him a lot, just kind of like what the Cubs did with him last season. He got used a lot, man. He eventually got worn out. I mean, you got to use. There's other guys that you need to use in the bullpen too. But again, at the time, this was when like Cruz went down and Yankees pitching kind of took a beating because of the injuries. So he was heavily reliant on guys like Mark Leiter Jr. and Tim Hill as of late, right? Tim Hill's made a lot of appearances too, but hopefully the Yankees can get some of their reinforcements back and, hopefully start winning some games again. I mean, but it can't wait, man. It's 50 games left. It's not a lot of baseball left when you think about it. Referee says the Yankees have a systemic problem of keeping old and dead weight. Well, that's been a problem, but they got rid of Stroman. They got rid of DJ. I don't think a lot of folks saw that coming. Yeah, I get you, referee. I get you. Yeah, well, again, Osmus has had management experience before. It didn't really go according to plan. So, I mean, who's to say that it would be better under him? Maybe it would be better. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, DJ and Stroman, nobody expected that. So, I mean, sounds like the Yankees are trying to they're trying to go in a different direction, right? And they're giving young guys an opportunity to play. They're giving plenty of these young guys an opportunity to play. At any chance that they can get. So, again, I know a lot of and there's some fans that are upset about Stroman getting released, but I remember there were so many fans that were calling that for Stroman to be released or be DFA'd because he's a bad pitcher and it was just a bad signing. But now that he was released, they're like, well, why did they release him? And and then they went and signed Kenta Maeda, the Japanese pitcher, to a minor league deal. But it's like you can't really win with the fan base, unfortunately. Yeah, catchers make better managers. I know there's a lot of Yankees fans that are calling for Jorge Posada to be a manager, but it's not always guaranteed, man. I mean, just because some guys play the game, they understand the game. Yes, they get it. Maybe they have managing capabilities, but managing a team is going to be a lot different than playing for a team. It's not the same. Managing a team is not easy. It's not, man. That's a stressful job. I would never want it personally. They could give me the millions, but I don't want it. I go keeping the debate cautiously respectful as always, but Torrey had a great success in spite of. Yeah, but Torrey had a team full of all-stars too, man. Torrey and I'm not saying Torrey isn't a bad manager, but yeah, they hired him as a sub 500. But look at the teams. I'm not about to go back to the past and start comparing, man. Not today. Sorry, Ben. No way. And we got Hank in the building. What's up? Yeah, the only team that could beat the Yankees is the Yankees for sure. They're beating themselves, man. I mean, literally, they're beating themselves. Well, to your point, Yankee. I remember a lot of Yankees fans wanted Joe Girardi fired. He got fired, and now it's like there's those same fans, or probably the same fans that are saying, "Oh, we want him back." But he got fired from the Phillies. I mean, clearly, that should tell you something. Victor says he'd take the job at a heartbeat. Hey, more power to you, dude. I don't want it. Like I said, that is a stressful job. I'm good, man. Maybe you would, but the question is he interested in managing? I've never really heard him come out and say that he'd be interested in managing a baseball team. Just any baseball team, not just the Yankees, but any baseball team. So, well, again, Celia, they wanted to go with a heavy righty lineup, and the Yankees didn't have a lot of righty bats. So, hey, might as well just play these guys since they hit lefty pitching really well. So you hope for the best. They might have to. I mean, they're gonna have to. It's not a might there, Joseph. They're gonna have to manufacture runs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's it. It's done. It's over. Like they got to manufacture runs. So, I don't know what the game plan is, but whatever it is, they got to go out there and win. End of story. Like that. That's it. 50 games left. And they got to win. They got to go 30-20 or 35-15. Are they going to be able to do that? We'll see, man. We'll see. But anyway, folks, let's get into these predictions. To coach the game 16 and up. No, I get it. Well, if we're talking like kids or teenagers or high schoolers, then sure. But Major League Baseball, I'm good. That's a lot of stress, a lot of headache. Don't need it. But yeah, let's get into these predictions, people. Let's get into these predictions. So Max Fried is on the mound tonight for the New York Yankees. And they're playing against the Texas Rangers. They haven't won a game in August yet. It's August 4th. I know it's still early in the month. They're 0-3 to start off the month of August. How did the Yankees perform? Or how does Max Fried do tonight? Referee says Yankees win. Drop your Max Fried predictions, folks. What do y'all got for Max Fried? Yeah, that's fine, Celia. You could do that. But again, let's see the Yankees win because of Max Fried for sure. 6-1. Let's see Max Fried predictions. What do y'all got for Max? How does Mad Max do tonight? Let me know your predictions. And also hit that like button if you haven't yet. Let's get those likes up too. If you're watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, let me know how Max Fried does tonight. Richard Chin, what's up? He says Max Fried can do great, but will the offense give him the run support? That valid question. Again, they're gonna. It's like I was saying in the beginning of the show. There, Richard. The bats need to show patience at the plate, man. They can't rush at the plate. They can't have these quick 1, 2, 3 innings. It's unbearable, man. I'll pop in later for the lives. I'm always watching you later on. Oh, for sure, man. I appreciate it, referee. Thank you for the kind words, dude. I try to do what I can, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But let's see some predictions here. There's a few Max Fried predictions. So my man Victor is going with 8 innings, 6 hits, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs. 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 runs, 3 walks from Lou. Joseph is going 6 innings, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 runs. All right, dude. Go enjoy dinner, referee. Go enjoy dinner. What's up, Jared? How's it going? It's 7 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 11 Ks. So Max Fried's gonna have a big day, huh? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, Victor. I think I remember that. But let's see. My prediction for Max Fried. I think Max Fried. I think he'll go 7. I think he'll go 7 innings. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and I think he's going to give up 3 runs. Jared is going 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. TC says Fried could pitch a shutout and we would still lose. Eesh, that's scary. But I get I know what you're saying though, TC. I know what you're saying, but yeah, that's what I got for Max Fried. I think he's going to go 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. He gives up 3 runs. That is my stat line prediction for Max Fried. Sunil is asking, do I feel there's a slight 2023 vibe? Not maybe slight, but in 2023, I was done with this team in July of 2023. I was done. Like I was like, yeah, this team ain't going nowhere. I mentally checked out in the 2023 season. But this roster is better than what they had in 2023. Do I need to state the obvious names there, Sunil? The offense definitely needs to wake up, though, man. Offense needs to wake up, and it's got to wake up like right now. Reminiscent of 2023, I don't know about that. TC again, the guys that are in the lineup tonight, man. I know I've said it a million times, but they're supposed to hit lefties really well. That's why you got Caballero in there, you got Slater in there, you got Rosario in there. Although Rosario's numbers against Corbin are not great. Patrick Corbin, Lou. That's who's pitching. How the Astros and Marlins play? Yeah, that's going to be a good series, man. Again, the Marlins are, as of recent, they're one of the most hottest teams out there, man. It's getting late early. Indeed it is, Sean. Indeed it is. I feel like this year might be the worst than 2023 because the Yankees this year have had a 7. Yeah, they had a 7-game lead. Injuries started piling up. I don't want to necessarily use the injuries as an excuse, but I mean the injuries did play a role. But they still, there was games that they should have won that they didn't win because they beat themselves over stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes. To my point, it doesn't matter if the players can't play the field. Messy playing, yeah. So TC thinks Corbin will go 7, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. Probably. Corbin, yeah, the last time the Yankees played against Corbin, they scored 3 runs off of him. And that in that last series that they played against the Texas Rangers this season, they swept them. So that's a good sign. Right? But let's talk double plays, people. Let's talk double plays. How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? Let me know your predictions for double plays. Yankees expected win-loss this year should be 65 and 47. I mean, expected. I mean, their record should be better than what it is right now. I'll say that much. Beagle says 4. Victor says 0. Jared goes 1. Oh, the Fantastic Four. That was a good movie, by the way. I watched it yesterday. What up, Evan? What's going on, buddy? How are you? Dave says 3 double plays. 0 from Custodio. Evan says 2 double plays. Do I want to go 0 or do I want to go 1? How optimistic am I feeling today? TC's saying Yanks will have 4 errors, 2 runners picked off, 1 catcher's interference, 1 guy, forget how many outs there are, 1 guy, and a fly out, and AC Slater will be looking for Screech. Sweet. All right. So Yankees are going to lose. Great. You know what? Tonight, watch me be wrong, but I'm gonna go 1 double play or 0 double plays. I'm gonna go 0 double plays. Awesome. What about let's get into these home run predictions. Let's get into these home run predictions. What do we got for home runs, people? What do we got for home runs? Who's hitting a home run for the Yankees tonight? Any of the new guys that were traded for? Are those guys hitting a home run? What are we thinking? What do we got? What do we got for home runs? You better believe it, Victor. I'll check after the show here, dude. But what do we got for home runs, people? Home run for me? Sweet. Stanton, Belly, and Caballero. Okay. I think, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say Stanton. I'm going to say Giancarlo Stanton. I'll go Bellinger. You know what? I'm going to say Slater. There you go. There's my predictions. GG says 12-5 Yankees lose. Sean Browning's going 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. So you're going 7 innings as well. Cool. All right, Jared. Stanton, home run. Belly with 2. Goldie with a home run. Okay. Beagle's going Volpe. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna say Bellinger, Stanton, and Slater. There you go. That's what I'm gonna say for home run predictions. That's gonna be my guess right there. All right, let's talk score predictions. I know a few of you are dying to put out your score predictions. So, what do y'all got for score predictions? What do we got for score predictions? So 5-3 from Jared. What else we got? 6-4, 6-5 or 7-5, 6-2 from Evan. What other score predictions? 6-0 from TC. 6-5 from Custodio. 5-2 from Joseph. 6-4 from Dan. 15-4. Dang, Victor. 6-1 from Beagle. $6-1. I'm gonna go with Custodio's prediction. I'm also gonna say 6-5 as well. I'll say 6-5 Yankees. I'm probably gonna be wrong on it, but I'm gonna say 6-5 Yankees. That's gonna be my score prediction for tonight. But yeah, Yankees bats need to come alive tonight. Hopefully, Fried has an excellent outing. We'll see though. And I'm looking at the votes here, people. I'm looking at the votes, and there's 62 votes, and 90% of you said that if the Yankees lose or get swept in this series, is their postseason hopes in jeopardy? And 90% of you voted yes. Katie's going 9-2 Yankees. I hope. Yeah, I'm going 6-5, man. I don't know. I don't see the Yankees scoring more than 6. If I'm being honest, like I would have said 7-5, but I don't know. 6-5 just sounds good. I'm gonna have to go 6-5. All right, I'm ready, brother. Yeah, realistically, 16-2. Okay, Jared. Yeah, you said 6-5 or 7-5 too. Yeah, I got to go 6-5, man. Against the Rangers and the Astros this week, they won't make the playoffs. Well, I won't say they won't make the playoffs, but their chances of making the playoffs will start to get thinner and thinner. It's gonna they're not doing themselves any favors. 5-3 from Dave. Okay. TC, it's not like I'm happy about how this team is playing either, man. Don't think for 1 second I'm not happy about it. It's not like I'm all sunshine and rainbows over here. Believe me. It's been unacceptable the way they've been playing, man. No doubt. Yeah. I mean, if they lose this series, then it's time to start wondering what the hell is going to happen next. Like, then they got the Astros after the Rangers series. This people were. I remember folks were talking about how August was going to be easier, but I'm like, I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. I think I don't look at any month anymore as being easy schedules. You could say, yeah, it gets easier, but you know, on paper, sure, but they got to still go out there and prove that it's easier. But they haven't been making it easy. That's the problem. You know, they got some games against some really good teams this month. Rangers, Astros, Red Sox. You know, these are all teams that are very competitive and can very well embarrass the Yankees. They could it's possible. But this is a sink or swim right now. This is a sink or swim. You know, I'm kind of using a reference that my coach uses for jujitsu. It's sink or swim. This is survival. This is survival. There's no other way around it. You know, you either win these games or you don't win these games, right? It's like you got it, but they got to escape whatever it is that's going on with them. But but it's got to stop now. I mean, June and July, both bad months. Really bad months actually. But they can't afford to have another bad month. If they have another bad month, then yeah, their chances of making the postseason is going to be slim. Like there's no beating around the bush. That's what I've been saying. Yankees have been beating themselves. Yeah, that series against Tampa was surprising. I couldn't believe that. I'm not going to revisit that series, but what a series that was. All right, let's get into the last part of the show. It's everybody's favorite. Oh, I'm not sleeping on Seattle. I'm not sleeping on any team really there, Victor. I'm not, man. But let's talk food, people. What do we got for food? What's for dinner tonight? What are we munching on? What are we hungry for? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's everybody munching on? Johnny Brock's Pizza from GG, chicken wings and tortellini from Lou or from Jared, Philly cheesesteak and French fries. Can't go wrong with that. I was craving a cheesesteak earlier, but then decided against it. Rice and chuletas, Puerto Rican pork chops. Well done, of course. Yeah. Well, you can have the pork chops. That's fine. No pork chops for me. Chicken sandwich and baked potato. Beet and pasta. Yeah, super heavy's right there, bud. Oh, beef and pasta. Okay. What's up, Steve? How's it going there? Yeah, so Monday, so vegetarian in the house. The next 2 to 3 weeks. So now that my son's internship was done last Thursday, for sure. So it's a vegan kind of night. Dean Martin spaghetti. Dean Martin spaghetti. What else is on the menu? You're good. You're all good, Sunil. You and Sunil partying? Do I want to know? Tantuni, baklava, shish kebab, and gözleme. I know. I am familiar with all those things there, Yasin. Did you just look those up, or are you really having those? New York strip on the grilled portobello Lewine, Bold Red, nice bomb. Okay. Yeah, Victor's going to have himself a good night. Pasta Fagioli, nice. Yeah, so tonight's game is going to be a little bit of a late one. It's going to be 8:05 East Coast time. So, a little bit of a late game, not too late, but a little late. Hopefully all my friends on the East Coast can stay up and watch the game. Yes, Snell. Since you're such a big fan, are you going to go to any of the games? You're near the Texas Rangers Stadium. You're close to Globe Life Field. Are you going to any of the games? Let's talk about it. But yeah. But bottom line, man, Sunil and Grace, yeah. I know they live roughly around the same area or like close to each other. I know we got a few of the Yankees fans that live in Texas, different parts. Some are, I know a few of you are probably really close to each other. But bottom line, folks, the Yankees got to start winning some games, man. They got to, this is there's 50 games left. This is a do or die. They got to go out there. They got to make it happen, man. It's just the pitching needs to be on point. The players need to be on point, both at the plate and on the field. As far as plate appearances go, they need to have a lot of patience. A lot of patience. They are not showing patience at the plate. It's always like a lot of these quick 1, 2, 3 innings. They seem to rush through it. And they're that's why opposing pitchers, man, that's why they're able to go 6 or 7 innings, man, because the other team, it's because the Yankees are just making it easy for them. Nice, Victor. And as far as the pitching goes, man, the pitching needs to be on point. The defense, they can't screw these things up, man. They can't screw up the simple stuff. If you can't conquer the simple stuff, it's a recipe for disaster. So this is a do or die. This is sink or swim, people. This is sink or swim. This team needs to be in sync, because it's like one night the bats are good, the next night, and on that same night the bats or the pitching sucks, or vice versa. So it's gotta they gotta be in sync. They got to be in sync, and the time is now. Again, it's a sink or swim. They can't be playing around no more. They can't be playing around. So let's see what tonight brings. Let's see what this series against the Texas Rangers brings. Yankees have a lot of work to do, right? But we'll see what they do tonight. We'll see what they do tonight with this lineup. So it's a different lineup. I know, again, a lot of fans are not a fan of the lineup, but again, the guys that are in there, that are in the lineup, the righty bats that hit lefty pitching really well. Let's just see if they could show that on the field. Okay. But tonight's got to be the night, and then they got to build a winning streak from there. It can't be win a series then lose the next 2 or 3, and it can't be win one game and then lose the next 3 or 4. They got to start putting together a winning streak like right now. They need to go in guns blazing, man, guns blazing. So we already talked food, Beagle. Where you been? Yeah, we talked food. I'm gonna close this out here in the next couple of minutes. I'm gonna end the stream here, but yeah, feel free to drop your whatever it is you're eating. But it's do or die, man. Sink or swim. Sink or swim. Okay, you had your ground beef? Nice. But this is it. So when I put that poll out there, I wanted to get everybody's thoughts on it. So it looks like the votes are still coming in. It looks like 70 votes. Yeah, 70 votes. And 90% of you are saying yes to the question that I posted on the poll. So 90% of you are feeling the same way. Yeah, well, on paper, it's supposed to be an easy schedule, but the games need to be played, and the Yankees need to show that it's easy. But it's clearly it's not. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream here. I'm gonna end it right here. No doubt, Hank. No doubt. That's awesome. But I'm gonna shut it. Like I said, I'm gonna shut it down here. I'm done with the pregame here. But I do appreciate all you guys and gals that tuned in. You are all truly the best, and thank you for your involvement, your contributions in any way, shape, or form. Believe me, like I said, it's greatly appreciated. So make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you are watching this for the first time. And thank you to all the new subscribers. It does mean the world to me. So it does really help out the channel. And keep sharing the word, folks. Keep sharing the word. Thank you, Victor. And I'll respond to you, Victor. I'll respond to you. I'll check my emails and respond to you, dear buddy. But thank you all very much. Go watch the game. Enjoy your evening. All right. Enjoy this Monday. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, I'll see you all for the play-by-play, and hopefully I'll see you all there. And as always, let's go Yankees. We're out.